my name is James Walker. I'm a Christian apologist, but even though I'm a Christian, I still learn from Atheist Edge.
But yeah, we haven't run out of memes yet, and I don't know how that's possible. I think we've hit the bottom of the proverbial meme barrel, but let's just keep on digging, see what else we can find.
Well, I think there is no bottom to that particular hole.
Oh, what?
Do you want to read this one? Or do you want me to?
Well, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is the guy we had. We did a video on this guy, I think. Theories of gravity and evolution are just theories and wrong at that. Plants grow upward, not downward, disproving the theory of gravity. Wiser words have never been spoken. This is depressing. Honestly, it's.
Well, to me, it's not so much depressing as just stupid. If you're trying to justify your belief in non-science by bringing in gravity as, I guess he's saying gravity doesn't exist. What cave do you have to be in that you don't understand you're on the ground for a reason?
Yeah, it's like, okay, what are you positing instead of it? Like if he's saying gravity doesn't exist, then that must interfere, that must run contrary to something else that he believes. And I don't know what Islam has to say about gravity one way or the other, honestly. But
I think his theory is that the world just sucks, and that's why we're pulled down to the ground. That could be me. Maybe I'm just making that up.
Well,
or maybe I read it. It could be science. We don't know.
Well, if that's what you believe, don't make it worse. I mean, good grief. But I like how whoever memed this didn't feel confident enough to let it stand on its own. They had to put the little thing at the bottom saying, okay, I know this sounds stupid, but actually wiser words have never been spoken.
Or it's someone like you and me that's saying, yeah, this is satire. Really, yeah, wiser words were never spoken.
Oh, I hope that's it.
Well,
The alternative is so much worse.
Hope springs eternal.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're probably done with this bad boy. Let's.
So if I know my memes correctly, this is the classic scumbag Steve being used to say, praised fervently when mom was critically ill. Mom gets better. Religious people are stupid. Okay. Mom didn't go to the doctor, apparently. Mom doesn't have a body that has mechanisms to repair itself. It's definitely because God did it.
I must be just not getting this at all. To me, you're praying. What you prayed for worked, and now you're saying religious people are stupid.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's like
unless that's more satire. Like, right, religious people are stupid. See what happened?
Yeah, you say that like, the same person who is praying is the same person saying that religious people are stupid. The meme grammatical structure is just totally off in this one. They need to go back to meme writing classes.
101.
Yeah.
When I see something like this, I wonder, what else was he doing other than praying? Hand puppetry, juggling, some light spanking. Because anything apparently could have made mom better. And I think your point was good too. Was mom going to a doctor when all this was going on? Could that have anything to do with it?
The alternative is they're practicing medicine like they did in ancient times, where they just kept trying stuff until, by some coincidence, when I set fire to this bonfire, my mom got better. Therefore, it is setting fires that heals people. And that's the next 100 years of medicine until something else gets figured out. It's all, correlation does not equal causation.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if mom dies, that's not God's fault. That's not a fault of the prayer going unanswered or ignored. That's an entirely different rationalization in that case.
You know, it's a great job being God, isn't it? You know, you get praise for all the things that go well and never blame for any of the stuff that doesn't. Are we pretty much done with this bad boy? You have anything more to add to it?
The use of Arial font instead of impact font. Once again, there's very basic meme stylings that are being ignored here, and I feel that I'm almost more offended by that than by the actual content.
Well, you know, the font does tend at some point to make words. I was going with the word thing, but I feel you on this one.
It could be worse. They could have gone with wingdings or something, but...
Yes.
Peanut Gallery.
It just dawned on me. Believers should not even use memes as a means to convey ideas, because memes were first invented by who?
Dawkins.
Richard Dawkins.
Well,
Coined the phrase.
Right.
Lots of things have been memes over the generations, but we know them
I
as a
was
certain
just
thing
trying
now.
to be funny.
oh yeah, I'm not sure if we atheists want to take credit for memes. I'm not sure if that.
The original meaning.
I know what you mean. I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's kind of like
Poor attempt at humor. Sorry.
back in my day when you had sex with a close family member, we considered it a secret. It's kind of the same thing with memes, I'm thinking.
I'm just gonna leave it there and let's move on.
Okay, and let's move on.
Okay, Carl, do your best Peter Griffin voice.
You know what really grinds my gears? Using BCE and CE instead of BC and AD.
Okay, who cares?
Exactly. This is pretty much that get a life moment for me. Really, this is the thing that's setting you on fire.
Now, I have literally heard people use the argument that since our calendar is nominally based on what at one point was thought to be the birth date of Christ, that is somehow evidence for Christianity, ignoring the fact that there are Hebrew calendars, there are Buddhist calendars, there are Islamic calendars that are based on entirely different dates, and that is not evidence for any of those religions in any way, shape, or form.
Well, on the face of it, excuse me. We have something from TJ.
Yeah, should we tell them about where the origins of the names of the days of the week come from?
No, we shouldn't.
Okay,
That would be terrible.
Don't tell them about the days of the week.
Otherwise, they might become...
Otherwise, Thor might make a
Yeah.
comeback.
Yeah. We have Thursday, so that means Thor is real.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and Odin, which is Wednesday.
Yeah. You could say it's
Freya,
kind of
which is
a...
Friday.
You could say it's kind of a Thor subject.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Cut that out.
But seriously, it's great to be back here at the Palace.
Honestly, I get why they went with BC and CE in kind of an academic setting. I really don't care. If you call it BC and AD long enough, it loses all meaning after a while. Everyone knows what you're talking about, and no one's really thinking about it. Like when someone says 90 BC, I don't think of Christ at all. That's just terminology. So.
Well, your comment earlier that it's proof of, the existence of God, where does that even begin to come from? I made a decision to call something, mm-hmm. and so that's proof it exists. Mm-hmm. No, you made a decision that you wanted to call something.
Yeah, I mean, our language is rife with Christian-influenced language because English came from Christian roots, and it's always been parallel. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that God, like someone says goodbye, that has roots in God, and I don't get offended at that as an atheist because that's just linguistic. It's not a statement of faith. That's just...
Is there any Christian background to Bye Felicia? Or is that just something, out there?
That was originally a Roman sex term called bifellatio.
Oh, uh-huh.
And that has since been kind of taken off. It's just become cleaner over the years.
So it was bi as in bisexual, that you can go either way you want to on that, but fellatio was involved.
You know, I've read the historical academia on ancient Roman oral sex and sexuality, and it is riveting. But there is not a consensus as of yet as to the linguistic influences as to how it comes to our modern language.
Well, we probably ought to move on. This is starting to blow.
But I should be. I have no bounds for making any pun comments.
Would you?
After some bear is really sad, and
It's
after
a sad bear.
sad bear. After being atheist for several years, speaking to and listening to atheists have made me hate them. Sorry. I don't
Well,
know.
and you're a bear. You're
Yeah.
not. You're not really a deep thinker. And I'm sorry that you're sad and shit. But
You could say after a while he found atheists to be unbearable.
oh, really? We're gonna continue on with this.
I
can
can
play.
see
can't
our
complain.
subscribers lowering, and we haven't even put this video out yet. But you know, I get it to a point because just it's okay. Even when you're a Christian, right? You go to church with people who you would never interact with otherwise, and the only thing you may have in common with some of these people is your shared belief in the Christian faith, and they could be total opposites in every other aspect. And atheism is no different. And it's almost worse than atheism because a lot of people come to atheism and like to debate and have these discussions and argue about things. And we really, really like to be right about a lot of subjects, not just about the religious stuff. So yeah, there is some grounds for conflict in there. Like, we'll get together at our meetups and we'll argue about all kinds of stuff. And usually it winds up, okay, because we're just having fun. But there's nothing about the atheist community that makes it immune to controversy and drama any more or less than any other community you get involved with. Like if I eschewed atheism and got involved in, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons groups, I'd have a whole bunch of other arguments. I'd probably hate those people too after a while. But this is acting like atheism is somehow more prone to that than anything else, which I don't think is the case.
Well, I think I'm just about to elevate a picture of a sad-looking bear to a level that it shouldn't be at. But this seems to me that this is just classic cognitive dissonance. I have this belief. You're telling me things that don't fall within that belief, so now I hate you. Mm-hmm. But back to reality, it's a picture of a sad bear. So.
Yeah, and I guess I'm sorry this person who became an atheist and they just haven't found a community that works for them. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, if whatever their group is that they now hate isn't working for them, hopefully they start one that does, or find people on the internet they can connect with, or something like that. I hope they find a community because it's important.
Well, maybe he can be a different kind of sad animal. We don't know. But hope springs eternal.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
I think that's the last one.
It is,
We're
okay.
done. We're done with memes.
You see, it's
Thank you, Jesus. No,
don't do that.
No.
Let's go in a different direction.
Yeah.
By the way, just so you know, it's disturbing to a man my age to have someone say we're done. If we can just please use some other phrase, that'd be helpful to me.
We are less not finished than we were. I think that's the correct term. So thanks for watching. I'm sure we'll dig up more of these somewhere, but for now, enjoy having a break from them, as we will.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Could we try it with hand puppets? Maybe that would just kind of get us all into another level.
I'm Arthur, the angsty atheist.
Nothing ends on the cutting room floor, and we're recording, so that's definitely an outtake right there.
Finally, Mike can sing.
Got to dance.
Oh. We'll call that Plan B.
Yeah.
If these memes don't work out, then it's showbiz time. Yeah, when there's an arrow that shows up.
Oh yeah.
Here?
We're keeping this in. If you move the mouse to the right side of the window
Hover
until an
and you'll
arrow
see a
pops
little
up,
white arrow.